don't be so scared that someone's recapping all of the L's you've taken, right?
No,
if I'm a pussy, nobody cares right,
about this.
That I have to do that, I can make the same claim to you, right? So we're using my definition of transphobia from Merriam-Webster's dictionary. You present that I am a transphobe, and then you admit that you have to prove that I'm irrational, which is why we want to go back to my definition of woman, right?
Yeah.
I say that you are a transphobe, and I lay that out based off of rationality and the unique space and my definition. So both my claim of your transphobia as well as your claim of my transphobia now both hinge on my definition of a woman. If my definition of a woman is logically sound and valid, that makes you a transphobe. And if it's not logically sound or valid, that makes me a transphobe.
Sick. All right, good. I'm glad we had this talk.
We
all
good?
Right, so
your new definition is a woman, right?
No, it's not my new definition. It's the same thing, but somehow it passes your weird test of circularity.
No, I'm just writing down your definition. So your new definition of woman.
All right, go for
is
it.
A person who identifies, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
I don't want to like put anything in your mouth. Person who identifies as
somebody who tells you they're a woman, right?
Well, no. Well, that obviously that doesn't.
Someone
work.
who's in a okay. It is somebody who identifies as claiming to a social role, a similar social role that is also occupied by people who are adult human females.
Okay, so what's that social role? What word would you use for that? What is that social role? Can you define that social role that pertains to adult human females?
Dude, what do you want from me? Okay, so like.
Well, you're talking about woman. You're just trying to circumnavigate using the word in the definition. All right, so I'm in the waiting room. Let's see what happens. I kind of think it's funnier that she thought it was me. Can I? Oh, I can't even cut my camera on in here either. Lame.
Hello.
Howdy. Can I get permission to cut my camera on? So I don't have to like fuck with a bunch of OBS settings? Oh.
Greetings and salutations. I came back at the wrong time.
No,
so you're muted. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you appear to be, as it were, muted.
Yeah, you own the server.
I can't use that camera because it's sideways. Okay. What the fuck? Hi, Cryptid Mage. What's up? I think you may have found the dumbest leftist take there. I know, right? What? Why are you silencing them? I have no idea. Because I'm a fucking shitty person. All right, here we go. I guess we'll just sit here and wait.
What are they
muted?
waiting for?
I hardly knew her. No, it's a nice try anyway.
Yeah, I know I'm muted. Like,
hey, wait,
obviously
look, I'm small
server
again.
muted.
You see how I did that? Fuck. Hold on, I gotta reset. I'm back. Sounds very based transphobia. Stare at them ugly. Yeah.
Or do they just yell at you while you're muted? That'd be kind of funny, to be honest with you.
That is quite important. Oh, sorry. I just hit the applause button, and because my system is so fucking weird, I can only hear. I can just hear applause for myself, but you cannot hear it. Give them a creepy wink while staring directly into the camera. God is crying you won't unmute him and let him show his video? What?
I mean, I'm not really crying.
What is he? What? Who the fuck is Scott? Just be aware, as someone who has debated this guy in the past on the Crucible, he likes to talk over you. Well, we won't last that long if he does. But having said that, literally like 99% of the people who I debate do try to talk over me. Scott Pilgrim? Oh, okay.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
I'm not
there
crying.
we go.
Can I cut my camera on, or do I got to mess with like OBS and stuff?
You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
Well, you have to give me permission to cut my camera on.
Oh, yeah. If you want, that's fine.
Yeah, it's just easier this way for me.
Okay. So we're going to see your beautiful face? Is that what you're saying? Or are we not going to see your beautiful face?
I mean, if you let me, you can see my beautiful face. I don't know if it's necessarily beautiful. It's not really one of my best qualities.
Okay.
Not bad looking.
I do not have a second camera set up because I forgot to, and I tried to turn on my camera that I use for my normal stream, but it's sideways. So you permission grant. If you want to turn on your camera, that's great. Consent is beautiful.
I'm all for consent, but you have to allow me to do it. Like I can't do it.
Okay, dog, are you gonna turn your camera on?
I don't have the permission. Just like I was server muted.
What are
Polly.
you talking? Okay. Oh, I see.
I don't have channel permission. Like I can't click the button. I don't have the channel permission.
I see what you're saying.
Yo.
I was like, what are you talking about? You have
PollyPeople, you're too young to be a boomer. All right, this isn't good.
Yeah, that's all right. I admit to being a boomer all the time. Okay, hold on. All right, see if it works now.
Hey, I believe in you.
Thanks.
I had faith.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad we got past that potential stumbling block. I'm gonna make your picture very huge on my stream.
You do it. I don't care.
Maximum respect here.
Yeah, I want people to see all the pimples.
Okay. Virgo, you do have permission to take a pee break. So, okay, welcome to the stream. So first question I always ask is, what shall I call you and what are your pronouns?
I don't, he, him, I guess. In terms of what you should call me, you can call me Scott or you can call me Fabian Liberty. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Technically, right. Fabian Liberty is me and my co-host, but I'm the only one that goes out of the channel, so everyone ends up calling me Fabian.
Okay, so when I've called you Fabian, that's not actually correct. Or it's.
Technically I go by Scott, but it's all the brand. It doesn't really matter. I don't give a rat's ass when anybody calls me.
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to chat with me.
Yeah.
All right. So we've encountered each other on Twitter a couple of times, and I got to tell you, your big thing, I think people recognize you for, is the ANCAP stuff. We're not going to talk about that, at least so far as I understand.
Yeah.
What does interest me though is your takes on gender. So I guess I'll just throw out the question for you. Do I exist or do I not exist?
What idiot would say that you don't exist? I mean, currently I can't see you, so maybe I think you're passing the Turing test. Rest in peace, Alan Turing, for winning World War II, and all of the horrors that the UK government did to him for the crime of being gay. But regardless, I don't think you're a fake AI. So what do you mean by that?
Well, okay. I mean, you're granting me that I am human. But
yes, of course.
Do I exist
granting
in
you
the
personhood?
Sense, I mean, yeah, but that's not what we mean. Like if I said, "Yo, Scott," I'm not going to call you Scott. I think your name is John, and you are you're a woman, basically. And I didn't really accept some basic facts about you. Like, is there a dime's worth of difference there? Like, saying I take up space is not really what I mean.
I would just use my freedom
What's
of
that?
association to realize that you're an idiot and be like, okay, I have no reason to deal with you. That doesn't mean that I do or don't exist. That's insane.
Well,
My existence is not made by your recognition of my existence. My existence is made by objective reality. I exist in the material world. I'm a conscious
yeah, but
being
I think okay.
that's able to
hold on,
rationally grasp
hold on,
the truth.
Hold on. Okay. So I think you're missing my point. So I know I exist and I know who I am. My question is, hold on. The essential question of the transphobe is: Are you willing to agree that I exist in the form that I actually exist in, or not? Those are two different things. Like, are you gonna?
Well, I would disagree with the framing of the question.
Not?
I would disagree with the framing of the question, because your question curtails an assumption that your rationale, that your logic is correct, and I disagree with the logic of what you would define yourself as. And something cannot be true if it's not logically valid.
That you say that, because we haven't even got there yet. But okay,
Hold
on a second.
What? So you kind of got there on Twitter.
Well, easy. We're not everybody follows me as closely on Twitter as you do. So they're not going to know. We're going to just start from the beginning here. So like, you can you can jump in on how I don't exist in a second. But
what? I said you exist.
Whether or not, hold on. Whether or not if the Earth is round, but you say, look, I think the Earth is flat, but the Earth exists, it doesn't mean that like you actually, because it exists in your mind in some way, doesn't mean that you agree that that thing exists. It only exists in your mind if you, recognize it's sort of the thing's core essence. The thing that's important for you to like. So like
negative.
It is
negative.
It is important.
It exists in the world, regardless of my opinion of it. It's a material reality that the Earth is round. It doesn't matter whether or not everyone believes that it is flat. Before people discovered that the Earth was round, the Earth was still round. Long before anyone knew that the Earth was round, it has always been round. It's objective reality.
I think you're purposely missing the point here. So like,
I'm just disagreeing with your framing.
Who's a dumb fuck? No, hold on. The idea is, are you a dumb fuck or are you not a dumb fuck? So the person who says, look, I recognize the Earth is flat, but it exists, so don't come at me, sweaty. That is a dumb fuck point of view, right?
I don't know how you would define dumb fuck, but sure.
Okay, all right. Okay,
it's a stupid idea, sure, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So it's a dumb fuck idea. You go against obvious truths, or it's not obvious that the Earth is not flat. It's actually, you have to sort of like learn, and then you sort of realize that the Earth is not flat. So like there's some understanding that has to go on before you accept a truth that's not readily apparent to, the average person who looks outside on the horizon, right?
I mean, yeah, no. I mean, you have to learn at a certain point that the Earth is round, right? Like, I mean,
these are the easy ones. You could just say yes.
Yeah, like at a certain point, I don't know.
Okay.
First grade Earth science.
Cool,
yeah, sure.
Cool. So when I say, and all of medical science, we'll just cut to the chase here. When I say, and all of medical science and, biology says I am who I am, and I am the gender that I say I am, why can't you just be like, yo, the Earth is round? It looks flat to me when I look out my window, but it turns out, in retrospect, because I believe people that, know better than me, that trans women are women, for example, why do you have to fight it? Why do you have to be like, no, dog, I don't believe it? Or wait, hold on a second. I don't mean to presume your point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Are trans women or not?
No, obviously not.
All right. Okay. So like, not only do you think all of medical science and all of biological science is wrong, they are obviously wrong.
Okay, so I don't want to get into this conversation, this weird appeal to all of science that you're making, because first of all, that's just not true. Second of all, Second of all, like, it doesn't matter because definitionally you can't be a woman. It's just not possible. I care about objective truth and reality. And while I respect trans people, I respect their right to do whatever it is they want to do with their bodies. I respect, I'll often use the pronouns that they prefer to use for simplicity's sake.
Often.
And well, I mean, like, the claims of some individuals that are over the top, like trying to authoritatively compel speech is not something that I'm automatically just go for. Okay, but so long as people are like respectful, like I have no desire to like
let me ask you this.
intentionally
Okay, so hey,
go
okay,
at
hold
them.
On.
But you're not a woman.
Stop.
You can't be a woman. You'll never be a woman.
Okay, just hold on a second. Before you go hog wild at me, let me just ask you a question then. What is a woman then to you?
Yeah, I would say a woman is these.
No, wait. Objectively, what is a woman?
Yeah, again,
objectively speaking.
Do you want my definition? Yeah, so I would say that woman is just a noun that is the socially constructed role inherent to the adult human female.
Okay,
pretty simple.
So how am I not that?
Well, you can't be a woman because it's inherent to it. Because you're not an adult human female.
You said you actually caved on the thing that most transphobes don't do. You're like, okay, it's a social construct, but still, I'm not a
transphobe.
You have a fucking weird. No, you are. I mean, you're clearly a transphobe, right? You just have.
No.
You're one of those transphobes that think you're a big brain transphobe. So like, you accept, I guess, that like that.
So what's your definition of transphobe?
Hold on.
No, you're insulting me.
Just quiet. You're insulting
me. No, you're insulting me.
Stop it. Are you a fucking baby that you're all of a sudden
give me the definition of your insult.
Just hold on a second, dumb fuck. My question. You may forget my question. Okay, just listen.
You're insulting me. So give me a definition of your insult. It's very simple,
dude. Holy shit.
I'm not crying. I'm just pinning you to the wall. If you're gonna insult people, define the insult.
Gross, dude. Okay, so like
it's not gross. You're insulting me.
You already
define it.
Okay, look, you gotta shut your fucking mouth for 1 second. Okay, listen.
Well, if you're gonna insult people, you should define the insult.
You fucking freak show, dude. Just shut up.
No, just define the insult.
The definition of freak show is you. Please. Okay. You have already conceded that gender is a social. Oh fuck, dude. Gender is
really
a
simple.
Social construct. Am I?
You said I'm a transphobe, so tell me what a transphobe is.
You are a transphobe, okay?
That's a circular definition, much like your definition of woman, I'm sure. Continue.
Okay, dog. Okay. Are you going to be an NPC or are you going to be a person? Let's see how, if you're willing to be a person or not.
I'm going to pin you to the wall if you talk shit and insult people and then refuse to be able to define what those insults are. I'm going to expose you if you're not going to do that. You can cope and seethe and name call me, or you can define what a transphobe is.
Okay.
Do one.
First of all, dog, you don't get to tell me what the next topic is. We can have a discussion about it. And you raised the issue.
Well, then you don't get to tell me to shut the fuck up.
Shut up and let me talk. Let me finish a fucking sentence. By the way, you're treating me, like this is what fucking transphobes do, dog. They're like, you're not a woman, but I'm going to misogynist the hell out of this fucking discussion.
They demand answers to your insults and your childish behavior.
All right. Okay. Hold on. Just, okay. Here's the Fabian Liberty fucking challenge, impossible level difficulty. Let me finish one sentence before you talk. Can we do that?
You know what? I'll let you get away with your petty childish insults and let you make an argument with them laden with all of your crap because you're probably not good enough to debate this. So go ahead.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm going to be in it. Okay, good. All right. So you already conceded that gender is a social construct, right? Mm-hmm. So the idea of womanhood is based on society. It's based on what, like you can only tell what a woman is in your mind based on what, society considers to be a woman or, right?
Well, I would say that a socially constructed role, right, means that there's play between, what it is that society expects, what historical context. There's a lot of things that go into a socially constructed role, but yes, like, yeah, I wouldn't deny. I wouldn't deny like a right-wing chud, right? That like adult human female and woman are the exact same thing because they're not the exact same thing. One is the role that is played by adult human females that describes adult human females, right? And it says, like what is, like what's in fashion, what's in style, what type of behavior is normal, all of these different ideas of like what a woman is kind of is that socially constructed interplay between the biology as well as, the society, the culture at the time, religious beliefs, government, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it is a socially constructed role. I'm not conceding that. It's part of my definition.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Great. So, given that definition, and now I will introduce you to the concept of transphobia. The concept of transphobia is when you think that for whatever reason, prejudicial reason, that somehow cis women have a greater claim to womanhood than trans women. If you don't believe that, you're a transphobe.
So right? Where are you getting that definition from?
In the societal context. I'm not going to argue with this right now. You can Google it.
No, I have a definition from Merriam-Webster.
Holy shit, dude. Shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Okay, look.
Well, can you substantiate your claim?
Shut up. Based on your...
Well, no, just substantiate your claim.
I don't want... Just... People want to hear us talk about stuff, not about this. I will talk about the definition of the word transphobe in a second. It's very obvious to everybody what the definition is of you. You can pretend like you're pig-headed about it all you want, but stop it.
Well, do you have a definition? Like, where's it from?
I'm going to ask you your... Dog, shut up. I'm trying to ask you your opinion. You should be excited as hell and horny for me to ask you what your opinion is because you love to give it.
Why?
Let me ask you the question. Okay, so what is it
relax.
So
just substantiate your claims. It's real simple.
Given that, dude, shut. Oh my
is this your first debate? Have you done a debate before?
Yes, it's my very first debate.
I've heard you've done some before, but this is bad. Where do you get your definition from?
You're wrong. Okay, all right. What is it? Okay, so given that the definition of womanhood to you is a societal one. How is it that somebody like me is excluded? We'll get to your transphobia question by the Socratic method. How about that?
It's just a question of you substantiating your claim.
What is it about me? Hold on, you Jesus Christ, dude. You is this your?
Are you scared? Are you scared to substantiate your claim?
You're logically challenged. Are you scared of logical questions?
No, I'm not scared of logical questions.
Okay, all right. Then
you're a lightweight.
Shut up and listen to my question. Shut up.
Screaming and reeing isn't the answer. Like either substantiate your claim for a definition, or we use a working definition from Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Right? Which are you going to do?
We'll get to. Okay, so if you,
it's real simple
because this is clearly your first debate. The way you do debates is you don't go in and force somebody. Well, I guess maybe this is your strategy because you don't have an argument. Is you force somebody to sort of answer your inane question when you want to.
No, I'm asking you to substantiate your claim.
See, hold on. I see you're not good at this, right? I see you're kind of scared about what I'm going to ask because you won't let me ask my question. If you're not afraid of my question, then you can be quiet and let me ask my question. Are you a fucking pussy or are you not? Let me ask my question. Are you going to let me ask? Are you going to let me ask my question?
Are you going to substantiate your claim, or are you just going to continue to scream like a child and throw out insults? Like, it's very simple. Why are you so incapable of acting in good faith and having a conversation?
Why is a question that I haven't asked you yet a bad faith question? It seems
because
like somebody
you've already
is afraid
added
of a question.
Because you're trying to sneak things in and scream over top of them instead of just backing up the things that you say. Yeah. It's real simple. Okay. You're not
but
it's not complicated.
I just wanted to ask you a question. Doug, I just want to ask you a question.
Well, I don't understand. Like, how much of a narcissist are you that you demand this control to just throw out accusations and then scream instead of just substantiate your definition?
No. Can I? By the way, I may have been inclined to just okay, dude. You gotta chill, dude. So like, I know
I'm very chill. I'm just not letting you get away with bullshit.
This is your very first debate, very clearly. So
I've debated much bigger and stronger opponents than you plenty of times. It's fine.
I have no doubt you think that. So can I ask you a question, or am I not permitted to ask questions?
All right. You can ask whatever question you ask. Just let it be known that you refuse to substantiate your claim and that I've already won the debate. So from this point on, you've lost.
All right, the debate. Oh my God. Okay, you win. You win. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, we'll go on.
You're a big boy. You won. Okay. Here's my question.
Mhm.
What is it about me that makes me not a woman?
You're not an adult human female. You can't be a woman. You can play the part of woman.
What does?
And I respect your right to do so.
Hold on. Okay. All right. So what you're saying is that your definition of womanhood isn't societally based. It can be encapsulated in 3 words: adult, human, female.
Negative.
So you're saying 2 different things. No,
I'm not.
So like, okay.
It's real
so
simple.
what is the definition? Okay. So what is
socially
the definition
constructed-
of woman? Hold on, dude. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck.
You're asking me to restate the
Okay.
definition, so I'm restating the definition for you.
No, you don't know because you didn't let me finish what I was saying. Okay, can I ask you to explain to me how the definition that you gave on the one hand, adult, human, female, is the same, because it sounds different, than the 500-word definition you gave as to what a woman is as a social construct? How are those the same?
Well, it's not 500 words.
It seems like you're using the definition.
Do you want me to answer the question?
Woman, hold on. It seems like, to me, I'm sure I'm wrong because I'm stupid, but it seems to me that you're picking and choosing the definition of what a woman is depending on the question I ask, which is why I am asking questions. But
No.
please hold on. Please clarify what you mean.
Again, it's a 10-word definition, not a 500-word. It's very simple. The socially constructed role inherent to the adult human female. It's not complicated.
So, let me ask you this then. When you say socially constructed role of an adult human female, would your definition change all that much if you took away the term socially constructed role?
Well, then it would be the inherent to the adult human female.
Oh my God,
it wouldn't
you're
make
so
any
stupid,
sense.
dude.
What you're saying, if my definition was adult human female, absolutely it would change. Because it's a socially constructed role.
How? Okay, but like if it's a so can adult human females, and I'm not even so like, please understand when I say I'm asking, this is why I ask questions, because I can't like argue with all your points at once. So I'm just trying to narrow this down. So like when you say that the words adult human female, what do you mean by that then?
Right. So those would just be humans with the larger gamete. There would be a large a human, right? Do I need to define human? I think we can agree on human, right?
So wait, okay, please understand that I have debated many. I mean, I have not debated because this is my first debate, but if I, in my mind, I have debated many transphobes. So you can really skip to. So are you a gamete, Andy? Is that your thing?
I don't know what a gamete Andy is. Again, I already told you that adult human female does not encapsulate the entire definition of woman.
I know you think you're very smart. Okay, all right, okay. So what is an adult human female, I guess? What is an adult human female?
Okay, can we agree what an adult is, right? Someone presumably of the age of consent that has reached personhood and is no longer an emergent adult, right? Can we agree with that?
All right, I know you have big thoughts on the age of consent, sure.
Will you are you able to take anything in good faith? Like you recognize what an adult is, right?
What is a female? We can skip past adult human. What is a female?
The female is the biological entity in any species that produces the larger or is moving towards the larger gamete.
Okay, so you're a gamete guy. Got it. Thank you. God damn. You know,
I don't know what a gamete guy is.
It's
but
a person it is a transphobe who wants to eliminate the trans women from the definition of womanhood by appealing to the production of gametes, because it's one of the ways that you do. So like, okay. So, but you're
well, then I'm not that because I'm not a transphobe.
No. Okay, you can keep saying that, but the more we talk, the more
Well,
I think
you can't substantiate your claim about your own definition.
You think in order to be a woman, you have to be a gamete person, right? Or a non-gamete producer or some shit like that. How anyway, if you're
you're not a woman. You'll never be a woman. You can't be a woman. Dude. It's not hard.
Okay, but listen to yourself. Okay, listen to yourself. You don't have to keep repeating that stuff because I know you think the earth is flat, right? It doesn't make you more correct when you keep saying the earth is flat. So like,
I don't think the earth is flat.
Will you please let me? I know you don't want me to, dude, but what we're going to do here, if you allow it, we're going to pull apart your definition of womanhood and I'll show you the end of the road here. You know, we'll show you that it falls apart and is not actually useful. And it is only, you only maintain, I mean, people learn the term gamete because they're a transphobe, right? Like
they learn it in third grade biology.
No, you didn't, you liar.
You learn about Mendel and the peas. You learn about evolution. You learn about gametes. You learn about X and Y chromosomes in elementary school.
Dog. Okay, shut up. Okay, so look. You say two things. You say, one, a woman is a social construct, but also the only people who can be women in this social construct are the gamete or the people that produce the smallest gamete number or whatever.
Incorrect. Those are two separate definitions.
All right, hold on. Jesus Christ.
No,
hold on.
If you straw man me, I'm just going to correct you.
No.
Right?
Okay,
that's not true.
You can correct me when it's your turn.
No.
Okay,
You don't have a moderator. You're just screaming.
In Afghanistan, man.
No, listen. You gave two separate definitions, right? And then said that that I have two separate definitions. That neither of those are my definition.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
So you're incorrect.
Okay.
I did not say that.
So, wait. Female has nothing to do with gametes, or is everything to do with gametes?
Again, that dichotomy is a false dichotomy. What are you trying to ask?
What is a female? You said it's gamete.
We've already had this, right? Like that's
okay, so it's not
the gametes in a species. Yes. So a flower that produces larger gametes is considered
great. So in your view, the word female is gamete related. Just so I know, is it the people that produce
related?
Gametes, or is it the
strongly correlated? Yeah, I mean, like there are some weird species in biology that might.
Okay, I'm talking about humans.
Change that.
Okay, we're not talking. Okay, we're talking about fucking humans, dude. We're talking about humans.
Yeah, in humans.
Okay,
for sure.
All right, yes. It's the gametes. The gametes tell you who a woman is, right? Or who a female is, right? It's the gametes.
Okay.
Just say yes. Just say yes.
Yes.
I'm trying to. Dog, I'm trying to. Okay, you understand? Have you ever been exposed to the Socratic method? You seem to be very afraid
I've taken plenty of fucking philosophy classes. Okay?
All right. Okay. So
this is not Socratic method.
Please,
this is sad.
Please. It's sad. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, it is.
You're trying to find a contradiction
hold on, dog.
by doing a leadings of questionings, but your leadings of questionings are so improper, and you don't understand that there isn't a contradiction. So it's not a Socratic method.
I didn't make you
you're not
say
smart
gamete.
enough to get the definition.
I just look. I've debated enough transphobes to know which where you're going to go with this. Okay, so please.
Well, luckily, I'm not a transphobe, so
please.
This is your first time.
Okay, dumb fucks. I've debated enough dumb fucks like you to know where you're going to go.
Well, I'm not a dumb fuck, so
can...
please, come on.
Okay, all right, okay. Ridiculous idiot who is very smart. Okay, you're a very smart boy. Okay, how about that? Mm-hmm. You're a very smart boy who has a very big brain.
You know what? We're both very smart boys.
Ooh, don't do that, okay? Don't do that. That is, there are certain things that you can say, and there are certain things that you can that you say that will expose you as an actual transphobe. So to the extent I believe at this point that anybody I don't know if you were inclined to want to define specifically what a transphobe was and work your way around it. But I think you just basically ripped the mask off right there, right? I mean, are you going to continue to say you're not a transphobe?
No, of course I'm not a transphobe. Misgendering someone doesn't make you a transphobe.
No?
Hatred towards a specific person doesn't make you a transphobe. You could murder a transgender person and not be a transphobe, right? If you had a personal or rational reason to hate that specific transgender person, right?
You just made this debate really easy. Okay, so like, tell me this. How could you, if you purposely misgender somebody, like you did, right? How is that not transphobic?
Well, you won't substantiate your definition for transphobia, right? I have a definition of transphobia.
Okay, but
right?
I don't
from
have
Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Well, okay, well, if you don't have to back up anything.
By any definition, you just lost, my dude.
How stupid are you?
No, seriously.
How dumb are you? You say, I don't have to back up my definition. Then you ask me, why am I not a transphobe? I can present you a definition of transphobia from Merriam-Webster's dictionary that doesn't include misgendering as any portion of the definition. Where do you get your definition from? And then we can talk about the validity of our sources. But you won't claim yours.
Would you say that somebody that engages in hate speech against a particular group would be so like if you use hate speech to somebody who is a person of color, would you say that is racist?
I don't think hate speech exists.
Oh my god, dude. So you're just a piece of shit all around.
I mean, if your definition of a piece of shit, which I'm sure you won't substantiate, is someone that doesn't believe in hate speech, that believes speech can be used in a hateful way, but that there's no specific type of speech that's inherently hateful based off of its attacks on a specific group, because I'm an actual individualist and I believe in liberty and freedom as opposed to collectivist ideologies that want to, kind of like break down that freedom and break down people's rights. That's why I love trans people and I love everybody. More than you do, obviously.
No.
I would say actually definitionally you're the transphobe.
Hold on. That's what transphobes say all the time.
That you're a transphobe? But I can back it up. You can't.
Okay, so look, I have to ask you. Is there any chance you could shut up for 5 seconds, or is it just going to keep escalating? Are we going to keep punching down hard? See, look, there you go. Hold on.
Is there any chance that you can say anything for a sentence without reeing and screaming and just back up your shit? Like, can you just make an argument? You've yet to make an argument this entire time.
Dog, you straight up misgendered me. And you want to have a debate about whether you're a transphobe? No, well, that matters pretty hard if your debate question is
you can't back up your claim.
Shut up, dog, you
can't back up your claim.
I don't have to. Oh my god.
Okay, right, you don't have to cite anything, you don't have to back up anything, you don't have to use logic. You can just make accusations and scream and people will follow you because of your identity and ridiculousness. It's stupid.
So wait, oh my god, so you're a chud. You're basically no different than the average transphobic chud. You just don't like that label. You have all of these circuitous big brain ideas that
I live on the third floor.
Hey, hold on.
I can't be an underground dweller.
Holy shit, dude. Please. Fuck.
Why do you keep acting so surprised that someone doesn't just let you berate them while you're being a raging fucking psycho? Like, you can't back up any of your shit and you scream and yell. And then when I challenge you and pin you and say, hey, back this claim up, you pivot and you get scared and you run away with your tail tucked and you cover it with a narcissistic need for control. So if you want to have a debate, just back up your claims and make an argument. But you've yet to do so. You're debating like a toddler.
Okay.
So stop crying and just make an argument and then back it up.
It seems like I can see why you talk over me. But it seems like you have sort of, no matter what you say, you sort of put the burden on you at this point. Like how is it that you can straight up misgender somebody in a fit of rage, punch down hard at a trans person based on
You're a bigger streamer than me.
Hold on. Holy shit, dude. Shut the fuck up, dude. My God.
Can you please make an argument?
How is it that I'm asking you a question, dude.
No, make an argument.
I think
you've made a lot of claims, so just make an argument.
Okay. Here's my argument. If you want an argument, I can phrase it in the form of argument because your brain is somehow wired this way. My argument is that if you are unable to address the following question, it is because you cannot defend your own behavior against claims of transphobia. Right? That's my argument. The question is, how can you possibly, under any like reasonable definition of transphobia, how can you possibly justify straight up misgendering somebody in an aggressive way when you're feeling, attacked, maybe even insulted? How is it that resorting to attacking somebody to engage in misgendering as a result, how is that not basically, ordinary transphobia?
Yeah, it's real simple. The definition of transphobia from Merriam-Webster's dictionary is an irrational fear of, aversion to, or discrimination against transgender people. So irrational, right, is modifying fear of, aversion to, and discrimination against, right? And then all of that is modifying transgender people, right? So you're a transgender person, and you would say that misgendering is a form of discrimination. Are you going to try to
get...
Right?
Are you going to try to get out on the idea? Okay, hold on.
No. I'm
just trying to skip to the end here.
No. You don't need to skip to the end because you really need the middle terms. Right. You're struggling. So let me give you the middle terms, right?
Okay.
So
all right.
You're struggling. So let's get all the middle terms,
I'll hear
right?
You out.
So by the definition from Merriam-Webster's dictionary, right? In order for me to be a transphobe or to engage in transphobia, right? My discrimination against you, right? My choice between two different things, right? Recognition and understanding of the difference between one thing and another must be irrational. I both have a rational basis for what a woman is, so it can't be transphobia to misgender, number one. And number two, even if it was, it would still need to be irrational. I would say that my faculties shown by the definition of woman are already showing that it is rational in an objective truth of what is and isn't a woman. You are not a woman. It's a perfectly rational belief.
Hold on, dude, we don't... If you would hear me out, you would know that I understand everything that you're saying, which is why it is incumbent upon me to show that your belief is irrational. And it is, which is why I need to ask you specific questions about what you believe. And that's exactly why you refuse to let me ask the questions, because you know that if I ask all of the questions I need to, it will show that you are unable to rationally show that your definition of womanhood, one way or another, holds up to scrutiny. And thus you will be proven to be a transphobe. Every time you interrupt me, it is because you know at the end of the day, I am going to fucking, just own you. And so you're just
can't even make an argument.
Whole discussion.
You can't even make an argument. You're hoping to find some holes in what I'm saying. I keep explaining to you that the holes you're pretending exist don't exist. So repeat your question all the way back on the woman again.
Based on your own definition, okay?
Yes.
You agree that I need to investigate your belief system to determine whether or not you're a transphobe, right? And so that's what I've been doing. You have been fighting me every step of the way.
No, I don't agree that you
How would I know you're rational or not without understanding your logic? Big boy logic.
If you wanted to prove that I was a transphobe, then you would need to be able to determine that I'm a transphobe by finding irrationality. Whether or not you need to investigate in this debate is one way or the other. But I'm confident in my definition.
No, of course you don't want me to think is contradictory. You don't want me to investigate.
So please, let's go back to the definition. I'm so glad that a half an hour in, we finally got you to admit a reasonable definition of transphobia.
Oh, fuck, dude. We didn't need to spend any time talking about this. We would, the way any person
you could have just conceded from the beginning.
Holy shit, shut up. What is wrong with you, dude? Look, any normal person who was not a scared baby would not have to derail the discussion in order to argue about what the definition of transphobia was. If you felt like your view of gender and shit was going to stand up to scrutiny, you would have been happy to let me ask my questions, and then you would have been.
That's not true.
That's
not true. That's a lie.
Answer.
That's a lie.
Oh, well,
you say that it's unreasonable for a person. No, you say it's unreasonable for a person to say substantiate your definition when you insult someone, and then you refuse to substantiate that definition. And your definition is so vague that it says that a transphobe is anyone that doesn't agree specifically with my idea of gender, which is an absurd definition to say that anyone that has a difference of opinion or works to something via different logic is a transphobe. And that's also not the accepted definition. So I pin you to the wall, and you were able to finally admit that you can't back up your claims, and that you're working with a more reasonable definition of transphobia.
No, dog, you've already exposed yourself as a transphobe. What I'm just trying to do is suggest if there's anybody.
No, I would argue you're a transphobe, not me.
You're not a piece of shit. Okay, but that's ridiculous.
No, it's not. I can back up my claim. You can't.
All right. Okay. How am I the real transphobe? I'll hear this out.
Right. Well, see, you have an irrational definition of woman, and this irrational definition of woman denies trans people the unique role that they actually have in society, as opposed to trying to encapsulate them in gender ideology as a means to tear down what man and woman is as a means of trying to destroy heteronormativity. And that this is actually harmful, dangerous, and discriminating. Just keep up. Just keep up for a second. It's very simple. I'm explaining to you why you're a transphobe.
Okay.
See, I'm backing up my claim, unlike you can't.
No. Okay, but I'm going to explain to you why your take is dumb, right? Because this is how I can't believe I have to argue why I'm not the transphobe, but I'm willing to do it. So what you're saying is I am the transphobe because I am trying to fight the othering of trans people. Like you're like trans people really want to be a third gender or some shit like that, right? We are a unique butterfly. Shut up! No. Holy shit, dude.
Well, when you say you're saying this, and then I go no, holy shit, I'm just interjecting really quickly to get you on track.
Holy shit, dude. Okay, so
it's real simple. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I think that trans people don't want to be othered. I think we know who we are. We look at people, who are cisgender and how they exist in society, and we're like, that is me, right? That is my role. Or in a just society, I would fit in as, in whatever way is important in that role. Now, if you want to identify, or if you feel it is best to identify as something that is non-binary, of course, that's perfectly fine too.
Or gender non-conforming, or whatever other list.
But hold on. What makes you the transphobe and not me is that you are insisting that every trans person must be something else other than, man or woman or something like that. That's why I am not the transphobe.
It's logical.
No, it's.
So what's your definition of a woman then? Right? You've picked apart my definition of a woman. You've accused me of being a transphobe.
No, we haven't even got there yet. We haven't even got there yet.
You refuse to back up any. You refuse to back up any claim. So what's your definition then?
So the definition of a woman to anybody who doesn't want to get owned eventually is somebody who identifies as a woman, right?
That's a circular definition. It's not a definition.
No, it's not circular. And we can talk about that in a second. It's not circular.
It's literally, you just gave a definition that is the definition of a, and you go on for infinity. You can't use the word in the definition.
It's okay. Oh my God. I feel like I'm talking to a third grader. It's not circular because
me too.
Because if it were circular, then, oh my God. Okay. So if it were circular, the definition would be it's not just anybody who identifies as a woman. It's anybody who says I am a woman as well. But it is only me.
What?
So
the word is in the definition. It's circular. You can't get around that. It's an illogical definition. Therefore, it's an impossibility proof. Therefore, it's invalid.
It has to be consonant with your internal experience, right? So when you say you are a woman, that's not what makes you a woman.
You can't just use the word in a definition. Your definition's invalid. Okay, I presented a valid definition. Okay. You haven't.
I can tell that you are triggered now, and that you don't want to.
I'm just calling you out when you're wrong.
With the actual no. I mean, if you were convinced I was wrong, you would let me make my point, and then you would own me in the marketplace of ideas instead of
I've
interrupting
been owning
me
you this
and
entire
yelling
time.
okay, then shut up so that you can own me more. The reason why, just the reason why when somebody identifies their own internal experience, that's what makes you who you are. That's not circular, because not everybody is going to, who society might call a woman, is going to say, I actually am. They might say, no, I am not. And that is a whole different thing than just circularity. Circularity would be a woman is a woman, not I am a woman because I say I'm a woman. Though that's very different.
You know
Only
that's
in
wrong,
your
right?
tiny little baby brain. Of course it's not wrong.
You can't use the definition, the word you're defining in the definition. That is what makes it circular. It doesn't make it circular because some people may choose to not identify as woman. That's not what, it's not circular by virtue of the fact that every adult human female doesn't identify as woman. What makes it circular is that when you're trying to define the word, if you get to the same word, then you have to start over at the beginning, because the definition has no utility if the word is in the definition.
Okay, well, how about this? How about this? A woman is somebody who identifies as fitting in a particular role, which is generally characterized by adult human females. Does that help? Is that better? Is that not uncircular now because I changed the word? Okay, then
so let's write this out. So your new definition is a woman, right?
No, it's not my new definition. It's the same thing, but somehow it passes your weird test of circularity.
No, I'm just writing down your definition. So your new definition, woman,
all right, go for
is
it.
a person who identifies, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
I don't want to put anything in your mouth. Person who identifies as
somebody who tells you they're a woman, right?
Well, no. Well, that obviously that doesn't.
Someone
work.
who's in a okay. It is somebody who identifies as claiming to a social role, a similar social role that is also occupied by people who are adult human females.
Okay, so what's that social role? What word would you use for that? What is that social role? Can you define that social role that pertains to adult human females?
Dude, what do you want from me? Okay, so well,
you're talking about woman. You're just trying to circumnavigate using the word in the definition, but you're still describing a woman, so it's still a circular definition.
Can I please remind you how we got to this point? Is that you wanted to explain to me why I was the real transphobe. I've explained to you that I am not the real transphobe and why that's ridiculous and dumb. And that your definition of womanhood, which we have not sussed out, is the one that will not hold up to scrutiny. Mine will hold up to scrutiny. I think you know this. I mean, your only way out is to say it's circular, which it's not, but that's just you crying.
It is. Can you please not me crying.
Could you please defend your own? Could you please not be a pussy and defend your own definition?
All right. So you concede my definition of transphobia, which is Merriam-Webster's.
Dude.
You conceive that you've already done these things, right?
Why are you such a pussy that you have to declare victory like a coward, dude? Just have a discussion like a normal person.
Right.
If you won, people will see. If you have to declare yourself the winner, it's kind of like you feel like you're losing.
Don't be so scared.
Do you feel like you're losing?
Don't be so scared that someone's recapping all of the L's you've taken, right?
No,
if I'm a pussy,
nobody cares
right,
about this.
that I have to do that, I can make the same claim to you, right? So we're using my definition of transphobia from Merriam-Webster's dictionary. You present that I am a transphobe, and then you admit that you have to prove that I'm irrational, which is why we want to go back to my definition of woman, right?
Yeah.
I say that you are a transphobe, and I lay that out based off of rationality and the unique space and my definition. So both my claim of your transphobia as well as your claim of my transphobia now both hinge on my definition of a woman. If my definition of a woman is logically sound and valid, that makes you a transphobe. And if it's not logically sound or valid, that makes me a transphobe.
Sick. All right, good. I'm glad we had this talk.
We good?
So is a woman a gammy, Andy, or not?
Again, I'm not going to engage with like colloquialisms that mean something to like your in-group.
Oh my God. Okay. So
I don't know
like
what the fuck you're talking about with gammy and Andy.
your way of winning a debate is to just, I don't know, say a bunch of shit. Say like it all hinges on this thing, even though you literally misgendered me in anger a few minutes ago, but somehow you're going to debate your way out of being defended as a transphobe, right? So like,
I'm not angry.
The reality is I'm only giving you the time of day because I am not as much of a pussy as you are, because I deal with people like you all the time. So even though you are a hateful bigot, obviously,
I'm an ANCAP in Twitch politics. All I deal with is lefties all day long. That's like, what do you mean? How am I a pussy?
Dude. You're such a crybaby, dude. People are shitting on you because you have a dog shit like neo-monarchical fucking view of the world.
The word you're looking for is neo-feudalist. That's the one you're looking for. The insult you're looking for. There you go.
So
heard them all before, hun.
You're crying because you choose to have a dog shit political belief and people call you out on it. That's different than
what?
assailing somebody's inherent characteristics and punching down on them. You're
a larger streamer.
If you think it's
I'm not punching down on you.
Okay, all right. So is that how you define punching up and punching down? Is based on like view count or something?
Well, I mean, I think that's an objective measure as opposed to something
that's
of
a pretty,
like some
go out and touch grass kind of comment, right?
Well, no, it's just an objective measure, right?
It's not punching
this
down
idea that I'm punching
view count.
Well, I'm saying this idea that I'm punching down on you because of your minority status that's supposedly oppressed comes with all of this baggage that we have to define and understand. I disagree with that framing. You would obviously agree with that framing, but I'm saying there is an objective measure here, which is that you're like 30, 40% larger than me, right? So I don't really see how it's punching down.
I don't like those. When I make arguments about society, I don't like to rely on the way society thinks of things. I like to look at the view count.
I like to look at objective truth.
Here.
I like to look at truth and prove what I say and back it up.
But the fact you tell yourself that means I know you don't know what objective truth is. Because if you think that the way to tell whether you're punching up or punching down, you can hang your hat on stream size, that makes you kind of dangerous. If I'm being honest,
I never said that.
It actually makes it, hold on, it makes you kind of a dangerous piece of shit. Because that means you could always come up with
all these names by strawmanning what I'm saying. You have yet to accurately represent any of my views thus far.
Of course you don't think so. That's why people are watching can decide whether you're a dumb fuck or not, right? They could think I'm wrong. They could think I'm not wrong. But I already know you think that you're not a dumb fuck. That's very clear.
Mm-hmm.
However,
I will agree with that.
If you give yourself permission to misgender somebody, because while in real life, trans people are often marginalized through language and refusal to acknowledge our actual existence by misgendering, you are permitted to do so here in a means that is not punching down because of a specific metric on Twitch. That's your take?
That's obviously not my take. There's so many things wrong with what you said, but at this point,
isn't there? Then why would you try to make that point if there's so many things wrong? You chose that
almost every point of what you said isn't my argument or my claim. But at this point, I feel like you're such a narcissist that you're incapable of having an intellectual debate.
That sounds like okay, all right.
But if you would like to get back to the debate, we can get back to my definition of woman, because you seem to believe that you can prove that it's wrong and that my definition is incorrect. And by doing so would validate that I'm a transphobe.
I mean, in fairness, I feel
I would make the opposite claim.
Misgender. So like, you could have the usual, gamete argument, right? I've had it a million times. That might be fun. It might be not. You would eventually.
It's a portion of my definition.
We'll get to that at some point because, I've had plenty of gamete people talk. But the more interesting thing for viewers is to figure out how you can misgender somebody harshly, keep repeating,
I've already proven this.
And somehow, hold on.
Now you're the pussy. Let's get back to my definition of woman. I already proved it, and you already conceded it.
Did we look up the fucking Merriam-Webster's definition of pussy? We're gonna need to talk about that before I acknowledge
comes from pusillanimous. It means coward. It means coward. Comes from pusillanimous. There you go. There's the
nerd,
etymology of the word.
You're such a nerd, dude.
I might be a nerd, but I'm fucking right.
Okay, you're a dork. That would probably be the more accurate characterization.
I'm a dork with 2 kids, so I've gotten some pussy as well, even if I am a pussy.
Let me ask you this. You think that, well, how is it that misgendering me is not a transphobic thing to do?
Well, I already did that, and you already conceded. We can revisit it if you want, because you're scared to go back to the definition of woman.
Well, no,
I said the Merriam-Webster's stuff.
That, dude. I think that's okay. We're here because
I already answered this question.
Thing.
Right. No, we're here because you're scared.
Okay.
So I'll do it again, right, for your audience if they need to catch up, right? Transphobia, according to Merriam-Webster, is irrational fear of, aversion to, or discrimination against transgender people, right? So in order for misgendering to fall under the auspice of discrimination against transgender people, it would have to be irrational. First and foremost, misgendering isn't irrational because it's not rational to refer to you as a female or as a woman. It would be irrational to do so. So you can't misgender because it would be, you can't make transphobia in and of itself can't exist by its own very definition because it's not irrational to misgender someone, first and foremost. Secondly, the context of the situation of discrimination, right, which is the second, not the primary definition, right? The primary definition of discrimination in most dictionaries would be that you're using something against someone's immutable characteristics in a certain regard. The secondary would be recognition and understanding of the difference between one thing and another, right? So if we're talking about attacking someone for their immutable characteristics, then yes, it would be transphobia if it was irrational, but it's perfectly rational, right? If someone's name calling you and yelling and screaming at you or in a debate to then say something in jest or in anger against that person, right? There's nothing irrational about that behavior. And firstly, and secondly, there's nothing irrational about misgendering. What is irrational is actually what you do, which is misgender yourself. Because you can't be a woman. You can play that role, and that's awesome, and I respect your right to do it. And if other people want to call you she, her, or they, or anything like that, that's awesome, and people probably should because it's easier and fun, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do. But that doesn't make it necessarily rational in terms of you saying that it is definitionally true.
So what it sounds like you're trying to do, and it's you're very committed to giving yourself permission to engage in hate speech, right? You can say it.
You said right, so I'll interject and say no.
Hold on, just shut up.
Well, you asked a question. You said right.
Holy shit, dude! You said I sat through your weird fucking diatribe about why I'm allowed to fucking engage in hate speech, and I didn't say a word. So if you could just shut the fuck up and stop being a fucking weirdo for 1 second, I can explain to you why you are an absolute, like, you're basically a monster. And
go ahead.
Here's why. You want to be able to engage in being, in the type of activity that an ordinary transphobe would not feel like they needed to do. Like the ordinary transphobe out there is quite happy to tell me I'm delusional, but will still use my pronouns to not be mean. You're like, no, like I still, because I am really the most trans liberating person out there, and you are the real transphobe, Polly. I reserve the right to call you a man because I am just appealing to my own views about what a man and a woman. Hold on, Jesus Christ, dude, shut up. What is wrong with you? You called
there's nothing wrong with me. You
referred to me
words
as
in my mouth.
boy or whatever the fuck.
You're one of the boys.
Me. Okay, so there you go. Shut up. When
you're
you
one
say
of the
I'm
boys.
not a man, that's okay. So you're. Just
I would never
liar.
call you a man.
You are a liar.
You wouldn't fit the definition of a man.
This is super bad faith.
You're not playing the socially constructed role of an adult human male.
You're engaging in two things right now. You are engaging in misgendering, hate speech. you are excusing yourself for it in a way that's indefensible. And second, you're gaslighting me.
I'm defending the fuck out of it.
See?
And you're the gaslighting one. You cannot stop telling me what I'm saying instead of making an argument.
Dude. Okay.
You can't make an argument. Make an argument. For the love of Christ.
The reason why anybody who is watching this will know that your take is defenseless and that you're actually a pretty shitty person, is going to be able to tell that not necessarily by what you say alone, but by the fact you will not let me get any points out. Now, I have tried my best during this argument, during this debate, to be able to describe my points of view with as few words as possible, because I know you get super impatient and you feel like if I say too many things that you will be owned. I know that's what's going on in your
You just said
brain,
like
because
7
that's why
things.
You see, look, there you go right
Polly.
There you go right there. There you go right there.
You can't stop gaslighting.
Shut up, dude.
No. Listen,
shit,
all
dude.
you need to do is make an argument.
Let you talk forever.
You're incapable. Okay. You're incapable of not telling me what I'm thinking, what I'm saying, and lying about me. Just make your arguments.
Right,
it's that simple.
Look, I'm making an argument. You shut up.
Please do. I've been waiting an hour.
My argument is in part based on how you cannot let me finish talking, which shows that anybody. Okay, once again, I'm going to start over. Every time you interrupt me, I'm going to fucking start over. Anybody who is watching this debate is going to know, not necessarily based on what you're saying, because what you're saying doesn't make a lot of sense, but the way you're engaging with me, the way you will not let me finish, the way you are resistant to questioning, insist on some form of arguments that doesn't really even hold up to scrutiny on its own. You are instead you engage in hate speech, deny that it exists. You misgender me, then deny that you misgendered me. Engage in transphobic behavior, call me the transphobe, and use thousands of words to cause that to make your point. I distill down your point to 2 or 3 words and then try to make a counterpoint. You interrupt me in the process of me trying to re-level this thing, at the same time saying you're the one who's trying to bring. I mean, anybody who is watching this knows that I think you're a bad faith transphobe, not just an ordinary transphobe. No, that's my argument.
So again, now your argument is you will win said debate without actually making any arguments, because the way that I've engaged with you personally is transphobic by nature of misgendering, though I've already defended and you've already accepted that would require you to find the irrationality of my definition of woman. And then you don't want to go back there whilst claiming that I'm unable to go to those questions. The only time I'm interrupting you, and the reason I'm interrupting you so often, is I'm only quickly interrupting you to correct you when you're trying to gaslight and lie about what I've said. But it is very clear to me that your narcissistic behavior is so intense that it is a mode of that is a pattern by which you argue with, which is constant gaslighting and constant saying that the other person said something that they didn't. And so I've tried really hard to hammer you down, which has been really frustrating for you, right? On what your arguments are and what your definitions are and how you back those things up logically. And so that is the real issue here, is that you're engaged emotionally in manipulative behavior, but it's not working on me because I'm smarter than your average chud, as you put it, or your average transphobe. But I deny being a transphobe. And again, I make the claim that you're the actual transphobic person here.
Okay. So that's a lot of words, but the thing that gives lie to what you so you're saying, you're basically like saying I'm rubber, you're glue. Got it. But the thing that makes that not true, hold on, see? The thing that makes it not true is you literally have no ability to like hear out what I'm saying, and been engaging in the same sort of disruptive, irritating behavior from almost 2 minutes into the discussion. So while you can say that your sort of indefensible behavior, indefensible arguments, trying to do the I'm rubber, you're glue thing, you could say that's a reaction to me, but that's not believable because you've been doing the same thing since we started talking, right?
So in that entire thing, you've attempted to reframe the discussion and still haven't made an argument and still haven't gone back to my definition of woman, which I've given you multiple chances to do. The only time I'm interrupting you again is when you say that I said things that I didn't. And then you usually put a right in there, which is an opening for me to go, no. Like all I'm doing is when you're telling me I'm saying something I'm not, saying, no, it's not what I said.
See.
And you've made multiple concessions. And so I would like to return to my definition of woman so that you can prove why it's irrational.
So it's my fault you interrupt me. I got it. Who's the gaslighter, dude?
Well, no, it's just, no, it's not your fault that I interrupt you. I can sit here and take the insults and the lies and the gaslighting over and over again. But like, I'm just not gonna. So when you attempt to gaslight and lie and reframe and pivot, I'm just going to pin you down and say, make your fucking argument. And it seems like you can't make an argument.
Okay. You know what?
So
make
one.
Oh, I know he knows I'm right. Okay. All right. So
what are you right about?
I'll tell you what. I feel like you might have a point here on this gamete shit. I feel like you know, the key to being the misgendering cheat code, if you will. So like in normal parlance, misgendering is thought of as bad and hateful, right? But in Ancapistan, it is considered based, right? And I feel like you might be onto something here. I feel like the gamete, Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, so the gametes is the ticket to misgendering, right? Because your point is that if I can show that I'm right, I can call Polly a dude or whatever the fuck I want, and I'm just being based, right? That's your whole point?
Well, I would say I should be able to call anybody whatever they want. Like, I mean...
Yeah, you're pro-hate speech. I should be able to say whatever I want.
Well, I'm not pro-hate speech. I don't think... I can't be pro something that doesn't exist, right? Hate speech doesn't exist, so you can't be for something that doesn't exist. What there is there's speech that individuals use... Right, that they exert their preference over a limited resource, which is their ability to speak and their mind, right? And they choose to say certain things, and then it's your right to choose to not associate or associate based off whether or not you like that person.
Okay, all right. So hate speech doesn't exist. Trans people don't exist. I got it.
Never said that.
That's why. Hold on.
In fact, I said trans people do exist.
Hold on. Okay. So there are. So it seems to me, I could be wrong, but it seems to me, even if I were to show that, like, you know, your view of gender is irrational, it seems like you could still get away with misgendering me because that's not, you know, there's no such thing as hate speech anyway. Seems like you got a lot of overlapping excuses to be a shitty person.
No. You misunderstand.
You're nice. I got you wrong. No.
You misunderstand the framing of the entire discussion because you forgot with all of your insults and petty disagreements that's
probably
you called me a transphobe, right? And I said, back it up. You gave a definition, and I said, where'd you get the definition from? Yeah, but then you backed it up
yourself. Like, it's ridiculous. We're still talking about whether it...
No, I didn't.
So, like...
Actually,
I
didn't.
So, like,
again, you're misremembering again. So, I hope that would be the most
why
positive
are transphobes such pussies? Like, there's no social cost to being a transphobe. The only thing we have is calling you a transphobe, right? Like that's all we've got. But even that, we're like, no, brother, I cannot. You cannot call me a transphobe. I can do all the transphobia
you can't substantiate that I'm a transphobe.
But you
can't substantiate I'm a transphobe.
Anybody who watches this doesn't need for me to go and like piece together your gender definition. Like you're so horny to be a transphobe, you literally misgendered.
Your new definition of transphobe is whether or not PollyPeople's audience thinks I'm a transphobe.
Dude. So like, it would have been harder if you didn't rip the mask off. Is all I'm saying. Like if you.
It's a nice platitude, but back it up.
Try to say chill. No, I don't have to. Like you have. Okay, so. I'm still talking to you because I think this is fun, but like,
go ahead.
Extent, you know, you may have like thought you won. You basically lost when you're like, well, you kind of lost when you started saying you'll never be a woman, brother, because your most rabid transphobe says that. You've said it a bunch of times, and then
you'll never be a woman. It's just subjective truth.
Hold on. I know.
It's not.
So you took it a step further, and then you misgendered me. So like, if you still think that anybody is willing to like believe maybe that you're not a transphobe, you're high, dude. Like you can't logic brain your way out of antisocial behavior, right?
Pause.
Like you're super. It's textbook transphobia. You're so committed to transphobia and hate speech. Like I'm quite sure you probably have other issues as well. But your commitment to like theoretically like justifying ridiculous things that you say to other people to hurt them specifically. Like you didn't say that to lay some truth on me. The way you keep using your language is specifically to hurt me and to dehumanize me. No, you can laugh and say it's such a look. I am just saying that because not because I think you're going to acknowledge it, but because I want people watching that to know that I know what's going on here.
Okay.
Right? So like,
you have no idea what's going on. You've been lost this whole debate.
Of course I don't.
Now your new definition.
Go ahead, explain to me what's right.
Your new definition of transphobe that you're working off of, based off of the statements that you're making. Oh, she dipped out. Oh, that is the biggest dub ever. I wonder if she'll come back. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll give her like a minute or two to calm down, see if she comes back. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm sure she'll probably just like kick me out of her Discord or something. Oh, and there's the rage quit, right? There's the rage quit. And she already conceded that in order to prove that I'm a transphobe by taking the Merriam-Webster's definition, that she had to prove that my definition of woman was irrational, and then kept accusing me of not wanting to go back to it despite giving her a bunch. They're saying you quit? Oh, shit. Are they saying you quit? Oh, that's great. Let me go talk some shit in her chat real quick. I'll stay in her Discord for just a minute. Hold on. Is she saying I quit? Give me just a second, boys. Someone else popped in.
I'm still in the Discord. You're not, dude.
Hey, what's up? People are saying I rage quit. I've been chilling in your Discord the whole time. Why'd you rage quit?
No, you did rage. Oh wait, wait a second. Are you gonna tell me I rage quit? God damn you! My guy's commitment to gaslighting. He's the gaslighting.
Are you serious? I'm glad you're back. I've never left this channel.
Okay. All right.
You can see it on my VOD. You could, like, anybody can see that I never left.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Did you want to restart the debate, or were you done because you rage quit?
No. Hey, dude. Okay, so like, I'm gonna have to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Question. How is it? Oh, he's echoing. Hold on. There we go. How is it? How is it that like literally everything, whether it's the debate or not, whether it is the discussion or not, whether it is literally the Discord or not, when something happens, somehow every time it is my fault and I am the one who is wrong and I am the cause of it and I am actually the transphobe. I am the rage quitter. I'm the bigot. Let's face it. Like how do you?
Want me to answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not like a rhetorical question. Like you actually want me to answer it?
Well, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, I already made my argument as to why you're a transphobe. It was a long argument, and you didn't like it because it had too many words. So I don't know if we can revisit it if you want. The reason it's your fault that you rage quit is because you quit. I don't know if you rage quit, if it was a technical error on your regard. I'm assuming it's a rage quit because you just dropped. And I was here the entire time.
Well, because you like living in your own reality.
What? I've been in your Discord the whole time. How fucking clinically insane are you trying to get a dub and you've been fucking wrecked over and over again, but you can't get them through your... Like, what are you talking
Doug,
about?
you told me, okay, but like the normal response would be like, okay, it was a technical answer, but you're like, no, you rage quit. Like, what a weirdo, dude. Like it's kind of clear you're not interested in facts, and you're not a reasonable arbiter of what facts are, or like
you can't even substantiate claims. I've taken you by the nose through my entire argument.
That I rage quit.
You know what? That's fair. That's why I gave myself a breakaway and said maybe it was a technical issue, but it wasn't me that rage quit. Can you prove that I rage quit?
No, of course.
Can you prove that I left at all? Like,
no,
I don't, because it's on my VOD. It's on my VOD of you just disappearing.
Hey, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing that makes me different than you, is I'm willing to accept somebody's assertion of truth about their existence and what they have done and believed based on, reasonable, life experience, whereas you seem to be unable to do that in several areas other than
existence
the
is
arena
existence.
of rage quitting.
A is A. Existence is existence. It doesn't matter what your subjective opinion of it is. It either is or it isn't.
Oh, your stream froze, did it? All right. Okay, well, all right. So I feel like we need to really cut to the chase here. So if the debate was whether or not you're a transphobe, I think further going down that road is, I mean, I think you answered that. You've sort of helped us by engaging in transphobic
I proved
behavior.
that I'm not. And that you are.
Okay. All right. So the problem is it's hard for me to know where to go when it turns out that I'm the transphobe, because I feel like I need to work on me because my transphobia is so.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Okay.
You should have a rational theory of individual philosophy and rights.
Hold on.
I'd love to walk you through that.
I thought of a great question. You made me forget because you will not shut up. Okay. So wait.
Go ahead.
What is it about me? Please.
Mm-hmm.
In one sentence. Just as few words as possible. What is it about me that makes me the transphobe? Why am I
already answered this. I'll say it again.
Okay,
right?
just say it in a short soundbite.
Right. That what you do by denying trans people their actual existence where they are in reality, and instead trying to include them into a gender that is woman, right? By trying to force that in and play the game of neo-Marxian philosophy of destroying the institution of gender and heteronormativity,
okay. So
that you actually damage and harm trans people and their rights as individuals. And so you're
hold on a second.
unfairly discriminating against trans people.
Please, I have a follow-up. Okay, so because would it be more fair to say that I am the transphobe? Because what I'm doing is I'm just going by what people say. Trans people, for example, people like me say they're women. And I say, okay, I agree. What you're saying is that I shouldn't do that. I should be like, no, you're not. You'll never be a woman. And that's the way that a based trans ally talks. That's your take.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. So
you shouldn't deny reality if you want. You shouldn't deny reality if you want to help people reach their goals, right?
Right.
Something that is closest to objective truth and reality and freedom is the best way to help people. Yeah.
The most non-transphobic
That's the most compassionate thing to do.
You'll never be a real woman. That's what the real trans allies say.
Truth is compassion.
Okay.
Period.
All right.
Lies can never be compassionate. I mean,
you want to shout yourself
I'm Fabian Liberty. On everywhere.
Do you have any final meanings? This has been real.
Yeah,
right?
no, just truth is compassion, and that lies can never be compassionate.
All right. Fair enough. So you heard it here first. If you don't go around misgendering and dropping truth bombs on trans people, you're the transphobe, brother. All right. Well, thanks again. Bye.
Have a good one. You just watched a clip from our Twitch channel, Fabian Liberty. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe here on YouTube, or go ahead and give us a follow on twitch.tv/Fabian Liberty.